Hey, Buzz! Hey, get over here and see if you can get this toolbox off me. Oh, come on, Buzz, Buzz, I can't do this without you. I need your help.
I can't help. I can't help anyone.
Well, sure you can, Buzz. You can get me out of here, and then I'll get that rocket off you, and we'll make a break for Andy's house.
Andy's house, Sid's house. What's the difference?
Oh, Buzz, you've had a big fall. You must not be thinking clearly.
No, Woody. For the first time, I am thinking clearly. You were right all along. I'm not a space ranger. I'm just a toy, a stupid, little, insignificant toy.
Whoa, hey, wait a minute. Being a toy is a lot better than being a space ranger.
Yeah, right.
No, it is. Look, over in that house is a kid who thinks you are the greatest, and it's not because you're a space ranger, pal. It's because you're a toy. You are his toy.
But why would Andy want me?
Why would Andy want you? Look at you! You're a Buzz Lightyear! Any other toy would give up his moving parts just to be you. You've got wings. You glow in the dark. You talk. Your helmet does that whoosh thing. You are a cool toy. As a matter of fact, you're too cool. I mean, what chance does a toy like me have against a Buzz Lightyear action figure? All I can do is...
There's a snake in my boots.
Growing up, what was the one thing that you wanted to be? Did you want to be a police officer? Maybe you wanted to be an astronomer? Maybe you wanted to be an actor, a princess? For the guys, I surely hope not. For me, I wanted to be a Power Ranger. I was about 10 or 11 years old at this time, and Power Rangers were pretty popular on TV. It was the thing that you would watch on Saturday mornings. So like most of my peers, I would wake up Saturday mornings, watch Recess or watch Doug, and then the Power Rangers would come on, and that was my show. So Halloween time was coming around, and I was trying to think of that perfect outfit, that perfect costume, if you will, that I could get into, that would be me for that one night. So I figured probably the red Power Ranger would be my favorite. Most people like the white Power Ranger, and that was fine because he was the most epic one. Or maybe you were the pink one. Again, for the guys, I surely hope not. For me, I wanted to be the red one. So my mom took me Halloween shopping one day, and I found the perfect Power Ranger costume, the red one, the one that I wanted. So we picked it up, and it came time for Halloween that night, and during the day I got dressed, and I wanted to kind of show off my costume to my friends, who I thought were my friends on that street that I lived in back in Austin. And so I remember walking down the street in my costume, and these kids were outside playing, and I'm walking down, and they just start making fun of me. They start telling me I look stupid, or that was a stupid costume, and that I was just going to look like an idiot, and just poking fun at me. And at 10 or 11 years old, I struggled a lot with identity and figuring out who I was. My mom at the time was in her third marriage. We had moved a lot at this point, and at that age, you're really growing up trying to figure out who it is that you want to be. And so when these kids were making fun of me and telling me that what I was wearing was stupid, who I saw at the time as my identity, that was who I was going to be that night. It really upset me. So I remember going back home, just a couple streets over. I went in crying to my mom, telling her that these kids were making fun of me, and I don't want to be a Power Ranger anymore. And my mom was like, "Wow, you look great." And my mom was always encouraging and uplifting me. And she said, "You look great. You're going to look great in this costume." I was like, "No, I don't want to be it. These kids are making fun of me. This is stupid." So I said, "I'm not wearing this." So she said, "Okay, well, what do you want to be then? Do you want to be a ghost? Do you want to be this and that?" And so it just came down to, we just cut a sheet out, cut some holes in it, a little hole so I could breathe out of my nose, and I was a ghost that year, and it wasn't anything special. A lot of people were doing it at that time. So I was pretty let down that year. And throughout life we deal with these times where we're trying to be someone else, or we're trying to figure out who it is that we are. And a lot of times we compare ourselves to others. Johnny down the street is now this famous actor, but I'm not. I haven't had my time yet. or why is he succeeding and I'm not? And we compare ourselves so many times when we were created uniquely and for a purpose. There were things that we were destined to do. There are gifts and talents that we were given specifically to go out and do those things. Someone else's path of success may not look like ours. Much like in the Toy Story clip that you saw at the beginning, we have Buzz and Woody. They've been taken captive by Sid, who's the kid next door who just torments all these toys. He blows them up. He, straps rockets to them. They go flying in the air, and he blows them up. So Buzz and Woody are taken captive, and you see where Buzz realizes that he's just a toy. He's not this spaceman like he thought he was. He's not this epic warrior for the space cadets or whatever it was that he was back then. And he's just really let down because he thought he was someone amazing. And you see Woody, who's trying to get them out of Sid's room. He's trying to encourage Buzz to let Buzz know that he is someone great. He may be a toy, but he still has a purpose in his life, and there are things that he's still going to do that are going to be great. So Buzz is just pretty let down, and he just thinks that's it. So later we find out that in the movie that they get out, they get rescued, and they become great things to their owner, and they are great toys, and they do great things and make their owner happy. So a lot of times in life I feel like we compare ourselves, and we shouldn't do that, because there are things that I can do that you cannot do. There are things that you can do that I can't do. Mother Teresa had a quote that said something to the effect of, there are some things that I can do that you cannot, and some things that you can do that I cannot, but together we can do great things. So we just have to realize that at these points in our lives, we have to be who we were called to be. We have to operate in what are gifts and talents that we've been given. And after that Halloween year came around, we moved again, and just some things happened. And growing up, I really struggled with finding who I was and what I could do. Later down the road, one of my best friends at 19 years old became very well versed in video production and animation and stuff like that. And for the longest time, I would compare myself to him. I'm like, I do video editing, but why haven't I gotten to this point? Or why is he at this point? What makes him so great? Yet there are things that I can do that he can't do. Like I said earlier about the Mother Teresa quote, if we just come together and realize that together, if we operate in the gifts that we have and find our true identity in who we are, then together we can do a lot of great things. It isn't so much that you can do something better or that I can do something better. It's just those are things that we are best at. So I challenge you today to really search out what it is that you do best. Are you a writer? Maybe you're a video editor. Maybe you're great at public speaking. Maybe you're going to be a pastor one day, or you're going to be this actor. And that's great, and those are things that you can do, but maybe I can't do. So I have to find who I am and what I can do, and you have to find what you can do. You are made for greatness, and there are things that you're going to do that are going to be life-changing. There are things that I may do that will be life-changing. So really, we just have to search in ourselves and figure out what it is that sets us apart. We have to be secure in knowing that we were created for a purpose, and that we were created to do great things. No matter who you are, and no matter what you're going to do, you're going to do great things. So just realize who you are, your identity, and just search out to do the best that you can in whatever the gifts and talents are that you've been given. Just remember that those things that you've been given, those are yours, and that's who you are.